like you don't know. Don't act 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 like you don't know.
So a quick explanation before I start. I just needed something short to push out given the 2 projects I'm working on. And also something quick to get me back into the routine of working on videos, because Lord knows that if this is the speed that I'm currently at, the sun will explode before either project comes out. What a funny set of circumstances, covering a video covering the first person who ever covered me in a full commentary. So here's what you need to know. TV Sins made a video talking about the pilot of the regular show, which was then covered by recently starting out-ish commentator CarmenRider. Her video was then covered by Pepite, the aforementioned first to cover me, and Carmen responded back, and I had a few problems with Carmen's video, so I'm making this guaranteed to be god-awful video. Because there will always be that guy who doesn't understand anything unless it's said twice. Don't harass anyone in the video. You're helping nobody and wasting your own time. Now that I'm done ratting, let's get started.
Get back, Sentō!
Tag up! Tag up!
Jeez, how much room do these two need? This bedroom is huge.
How exactly is this a sin?
Because the bedroom looks really big, and it would come to question as to how much stuff did they put in that big as fuck room.
Well, yeah, but Mordecai and Rigby never chose their room. At least according to the episode First Day, which is a remastered version of the original pilot.
So at first this point kinda threw me off, but I get it now. But I still gotta blame all my problems on someone else, so I'll just explain why I was confused. So in all seriousness, this point is a total mess, so I'll go over everything. First off, your point lacks any shown evidence, which is kinda a bad thing since not only do I not know if you're being truthful, which I don't personally doubt, but also this could be something that appeared in First Day but not in the original pilot titled The Power, which we know is different from what TV Sins is covering here, and if it isn't, your point is totally irrelevant. When I actually did go check the pilot for any hints that they didn't choose their rooms, I did find an implication that their rooms had nothing in them and they weren't happy about that, but that doesn't prove your point, because for all we know they did select them and just weren't happy that they had nothing in them.
So far this job is awesome. I still can't believe we get our own rooms.
Dude, those rooms aren't cool. There's nothing in them. I had to sleep on the floor last night.
Granted, maybe there's more since I couldn't find the full pilot, but I really don't know. And First Day is an extended version of the original pilot, so using it is a bit shaky. But even if we could 100% prove your point, the lack of evidence just means I have to go and check just to make sure you're correct in order to make sure that your argument is valid. If evidence exists, show it and it'll help support your case. Though if I could be positive for a minute, I do appreciate how you changed the visuals for your response to Pepite. Whether it was intentional or not, it makes it much easier to tell the degrees apart, so keep it up.
Get the zipper on a wizard gown thing is probably a joke, but if the show had bothered to do any research, they would know that wizards are notoriously anti-zipper anyway, and the whole reason they even wear the gowns in the first place is because of the mutilated wand incident of 763.
And if you did your research, then you would know that wizards don't exist in real life.
Then why keep this point in if you know that you're wrong? This is just reckless on your part.
I kinda thought it was funny, hence why I took off a sin. Plus it doesn't matter anyways because the reflection of wizards in media isn't reflective of wizards IRL.
Which wasn't what was being argued in the first place. Your original point was wizards aren't real. Not that they weren't reflective of the ones in real life, so this point kinda just feels pulled out your ass.
Also, this is a pretty lame magic keyboard. Not only are the keys different sizes, it starts on an A and ends on an F and doesn't even span 2 octaves. Even the smallest keyboards usually start on a low C, have a middle C, and end on a high C.
It's almost as if the artists need to omit details for the sake of style or simplification.
Yeah. And that doesn't excuse how the structure of the notes aren't realistic or the size of the keyboards being inconsistent.
I know. I was trying to point out that it doesn't matter. Who the fuck would even analyze something like that?
While you are correct that it doesn't harm the episode and really doesn't matter to people, it was worthy of a sin for TV Sins, whose whole shtick is to nitpick a show to hell and back. And while there was an explanation for it, Peppa's point is that the nitpick is still technically an animation inconsistency, and thus a tiny nitpick could still be considered a sin. Anyways, that's all for today. The video was alright overall, and these 3 issues kinda sum up my overall complaints, and if it's only 3 flawed points, then I can't really call the video bad overall. Now to get this out, well, it's still not been too long since I've uploaded. What do you mean it's been 3 months?